Welcome to One in a Miller. Hey y'all, welcome to the One in a Miller podcast. I'm Neosha.
I'm Justin.
And thank you guys so much for tuning in with us today. As always, while you're here, please give us a big thumbs up. Always subscribe to our channel so you always know when a video drops and so you can join our One in a Miller family, okay?
For sure.
This video is going to be dropping on my birthday.
That's the best happy birthday sound I had.
So happy birthday to all the Virgos out there.
I should have got some things I could have.
Oh yeah, that'd have been cool. See, you don't care about me.
I ain't thinking that far ahead.
Yeah, you don't care about me anyways. Happy birthday to all the Virgos out there and anybody else who shares a birthday. My birthday is the 21st, September 21st, so this video is dropping on my birthday. So happy birthday to all y'all. I said birthday like 50 million times. Y'all, happy birthday, and I hope y'all have a great day, okay?
We giving government information when your birthday is, so they can come steal your identity.
Right. So, in true birthday fashion, of course, today's video has to be birthday themed, and I titled it "Not the Party I Expected." So, we're talking all about birthday feels, okay?
I'm with it.
So, with all that being said, Justin, do you have any fond birthday memories? Like any good birthday memories? Like what about your parties or anything like that?
Like a good one?
Yeah, your family really doesn't do big birthdays.
Right.
Yeah,
I think the best one I had, I was 13. It was a surprise party.
Okay.
At CC's Pizza.
I miss CC's Pizza.
It was fired in.
Man,
that was the first center sticks.
The cinnamon rolls? No, they had cinnamon, like the cinnamon rolls.
Like cinnamon pizza, too.
No. Oh, well, I don't know about. I just know about the cinnamon rolls.
Cinnamon pizza.
I just know about the cinnamon rolls.
They got one in Jackson, Mississippi. Yeah. Anyway, I remember that one because the fam came together. It was like my whole family. Yeah. It wasn't just like my immediate family. Mm-hmm. And they gave me this shoebox full of money. In my head, I thought it was like $1,000. It might have been like $200.
Hey, that's a lot of money.
Back then, it took me a long way. That was 2003. So I mean,
yeah.
I don't age myself. They might try to get my identity.
Right, you tell them.
But that was a long time ago. So I mean, that was probably the best one I can think of. Mm-hmm. Like outside of that, we kind of do small stuff with them, here and there. But that's probably the best birthday party I ever had.
Yeah, I've kind of realized that your family's not really big birthday.
We are not. We are Christians, so we just don't do it up. No, we don't. We ain't nothing else. I know some people be like, they don't celebrate. We celebrate. We just don't.
Yeah. I've had really good birthdays.
We don't go crazy.
I think I was 10 or 11, somewhere in there. Mm-hmm. Me and one of my dance friends, because our birthdays are 2 days apart, we had a Generation Girl themed. This is showing my age for real. If you know what a Generation Girl doll is, drop it down in the comments, okay? So we had a Generation Girl themed birthday, and we all dressed up as like a Generation Girl doll.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, it's way back, way back. That's like one of my favorite birthdays that I've had when I was younger. Of course, I had my 30th birthday, and then we went to Pentacana for another one of my birthdays. So birthdays, my family celebrates birthdays pretty big, but all in all, thank God for allowing me to see another year. So with all that jibber jabber, let's get right into our first story.
You're O-N.
I am not any N. I'm no N. None of that. No. Am I the butthole for eating most of her birthday cake? My wife, 32, and I, 35, were recently on vacation over the 4th of July, which also happens to be my wife's birthday. We had all the normal traditions for our family, including cake. We had a piece day of, but almost nobody ate the entire cake for the rest of the trip. Mm-hmm. When the time came to return home, in-laws, mother-in-law made the cake, offered to send the whole thing with us because they, quote, didn't need all that, and we will probably just throw it away.
Right.
My wife hates to waste food, so she brought it. The journey home was 2 days by car. It has since been 2 additional days since we got back. Each night after dinner, I've had a reasonable sized piece of the cake for dessert.
Right,
I used to be a bigger guy, and while I have much better habits now, I still have a soft spot for baked goods.
Right, he's still there.
The cake was budgeted for, though, and I had been looking forward to eating a little. Well, today my wife saw that there was only one slice left and was irate, saying I was completely selfish and had eaten almost all of her cake. I told her the cake had been available to all for nearly a week, counting days it sat on the counter before we took it home with us, and that nobody had bothered to touch it but me.
Right.
I did apologize after she finished explaining to me that it upset her, but I don't understand why it's such a big deal to begin with. The cake was right there. She never even had a bite. For additional context, in the past she has requested that certain foods be saved for her as leftovers, etc. I've obliged, only for that food to sit until it had become moldy, and she claimed she forgot it was there. Oops. For someone who hates food waste, allegedly, I find this behavior doubly puzzling. Was I wrong here? Edit to answer some recurring questions. It isn't, nor has it ever been, my cake or your cake situation in our family. It's just the cake to be shared. There has never been an exception beyond making sure the birthday person gets the first slice.
Right.
After that, it's just a regular old cake. The courtesy some are relaying is to simply ask if she wanted a slice while I'm serving myself. In our home, this has never really been a consistent thing. It does happen, but it's not an expectation and doesn't happen every time. Desserts are just understood to be periodically available, and if you want some, it's there. Different rules for small children notwithstanding. Finally, we ate on the drive. I don't know why people exclude those 2 days from when the cake was available. Obviously, we didn't drive 48 hours straight without sustenance. Yeah, that. And the first night, we obviously had to park and rest somewhere. And besides that, we were home for dinner on the second day as well. That's all for right now. There are updates. So, is he the butthole?
No, I don't think so. I mean, but that's why, like, I say no, but that's also why I don't like birthday cake.
Yeah.
Because then people be getting territorial about something because it look good or it ain't yours. And I'm not vouching, but I'm saying, like, I'm about to go get me a piece of cake when this show is over.
Yeah.
So I mean that's just being real. Once it's cut, that's all I need.
Yeah, I agree. Like, but, what? Yeah.
I also don't really. I can't. I dislike people like that as well. So I agree with them because I do dislike people who say, "Oh, I was saving that, or I'm gonna eat that, and it's a week, or it's gone bad, and like somebody else was gonna eat it."
Right.
Because that to me is just kind of being like,
and
it's your right to it if you feel like if that's been established. But I just feel like you just being like, if you let stuff go bad all the time, you're not a resourceful person. And so like, he said he lost weight, but he said he got a big kid inside. So I mean, if the wasn't gonna touch it, I don't see nothing wrong with it. Yeah. Just throwing half a cake away for the sake of throwing half a cake away is that doesn't make a lot of sense to me either.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I don't think he's the butthole because she let it sit for a week before she even thought about it. And like,
what she's probably mad at is she probably, if I was to think too, I'm sorry to cut you off, but what she probably think too is, look at him eating that cake in that shape, and I got to restrict myself.
I don't even think she knew he was eating the cake. I think he was like, point. I think he was eating it and like going on.
I already accounted for these calories.
He got on that 7 minutes or extra 10 minutes so he can have some of that cake.
I'm gonna hit this cake again today.
I just think she I don't think he's a butthole. I mean, the cake's there. If you really wanted a piece, then you should have got a piece. It's just the fact that you went in there and you thought you had more than what you really had, and because there was only one slice left, you want to throw a fit. Like, really and truly, I could imagine her only really wanting that one slice and being okay with it.
She's probably a sliver cake eater too.
Right, and that's kind of like how I am. Like, I think because in our relationship we don't have that problem. Like you said, like, once the cake is cut, it's a free for all. You better get in where you fit in. But we're also not territorial over food as well. And I think I do agree, like, he should have just been like, hey, I'm getting a piece of cake. Do you want a piece of cake? Because, I mean, that's what we do. Like, hey, I'm about to get a sweet treat. You want something like that? That is going the extra mile and extending a little bit of, like, manners and consideration. But he also said that that's not what they do in their relationship. So if it's not expected in your relationship, then I don't see why you should. And I said all that to come back to I don't think he's a butthole.
Right. I mean, sounds like last year.
If she's not gonna eat it, then why are we letting it go to waste?
Because I'm thinking about last year, like I let half of my cake just sit there because I wasn't gonna eat it anyway. So
I'm not as big of a sweets eater as you are. Like I have a birthday cake right now. He said he's about to eat another piece. I already had one small piece. And really, like, if he had more than me, I mean, I'm not going to make a big deal. It's really not.
Right.
It's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal to me, but different strokes for different folks. Here's an update. I have decided to simply bake her the exact same cake in a smaller tin just for her.
He decided to get
it will be her cake and nobody else will touch it. If it gets wasted, so be it. I hate the waste, but it's not worth the division. That's a man who's trying to compromise.
Betty Crocker said, "I'll just make you one."
All right. Update number 2: the remade cake was much appreciated. She has yet to take a single bite. Not going to track progress. This cake was made as an apology, not to test the theory. This is the final update. Some of the comments, you're going to be surprised. The overall consensus was that he was the butthole. Are you helping yourself to a slice of her cake every night? Were you also offering to get her a piece and she was declining? Or were you just eating her cake without a word said about it? Based on the response, you're the butthole, mainly for not offering her cake while getting some for yourself. Also, thanks for the awards, whoever did that. One more comment says, if you think he shouldn't offer his wife a piece of her own birthday cake because it's not his job, maybe you should think of it as his job to ask permission to eat someone's leftover cake. I just don't agree that it's like her cake. I mean,
but like
that's just so possessive. Y'all are married, like, come on.
Yeah, but that's also what we said though. It's like but that's like common courtesy.
Yeah.
And I don't think the man ever. Personally, I got more faith in him from the way he wrote his story that he just going there and helping himself. He's like, hey, I'm about to get a piece of cake. You want some?
Right.
No,
and then also
once you say that about 2-3 days,
yeah, I'm gonna just go. Yeah. Anyway. And then also as like husband and wife, depending on how long you've been married, you know your partner. Like I know you about to go in there and get cake. Like it doesn't. Yeah. Right. So girl, sir. Forget these comments. You're not the butthole, but I'm sure that was very nice of you to offer to buy her another slice or to make her another cake. Next story. This comes from Am I the Jerk? So, am I the jerk for refusing to let my friend propose at my birthday party? Off the title alone, what do you think?
It depends. Right. It depends.
I, 27 female, recently hosted a...
female? Yeah. I thought it was me. Like, if it was me, then it don't matter.
Well, just
I already know she gonna say no.
Hold on. I, 27 female, recently hosted a small birthday party at a nice restaurant. This wasn't anything extravagant, just a dinner with about 15 close friends and family. I was excited because I don't usually throw big birthday celebrations, and I wanted to enjoy the night with the people I cared about. A few days before the party, my friend Mark, 28 male, pulled me aside and asked if he could propose to his girlfriend Sarah at my birthday dinner. Mm-hmm. He said it would be the perfect setting because all our friends would be there, and it would make the night extra special. I told him no. I said I was happy for him and Sarah, but this was my birthday, and I didn't want the focus shifted away from that.
Right.
He looked a little disappointed, but said he understood. Well, fast forward to the dinner. Everything was going great until Mark suddenly stood up, clinked his glass, and started giving a speech. At first, I thought he was going to say something about my birthday, but no. He got down on one knee and proposed to Sarah right then and there at my party.
Come on, Mark.
Sarah was overjoyed. Everyone started clapping, and suddenly my birthday dinner turned into their engagement celebration.
Yeah.
I was stunned and honestly pretty PO'd. Yeah. But I didn't want to make a scene. I just smiled and went along with it. Afterward, I pulled Mark aside and asked him why he did it when I had already said no. He shrugged and said, I knew you'd understand. It was too perfect of a moment to pass up. I told him I felt disrespected, and he got defensive, saying I was being selfish because a proposal is a bigger deal than a birthday.
That's the point,
now, some of our mutual friends are saying I should just be happy for them and that I'm making a big deal out of nothing. But I can't help but feel like my night was hijacked.
Right.
Am I the jerk for being upset that my friend proposed at my birthday party after I told him not to?
Oh, absolutely not. No. I mean, because if you already said that and if he's your quote unquote friend and he blew through that boundary talking about, you understand.
Right.
Like, no, but I'm laughing because Mark is cheap.
It's all get out. Mark, he said, I'm going to get on your bill.
Right, Mark said, I'm going to kill two birds with one stone. That's the cheapest proposal ever because all he paid for was a ring.
So cheap.
And everything else is in your hands.
Right.
You did all the invites, all that. But
coordinating, calling, setting up everything.
Like, Mark is cheap.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I would be curious to know if they're still friends or like how that kind of went. I don't know if that's a viable offense for some. But to me, like, blowing through somebody's boundaries and taking their moment away. And then I kind of question, like, y'all got to be younger because for other people to vouch for it and say, like, oh, yeah, that's fine. It's kind of crazy.
She turned 27 and Mark is 28.
That's what I figured. Yeah. Like, that's not as young, but that's still kind of like, I don't really care.
Yeah. I
don't think he value a friendship for real.
Oh no, I don't think that whoever the OP is a jerk at all because you clearly said no, and for whatever reason you said no, and the fact that, like you said, he just blew through that and said I'm gonna do it anyway. It's just it really is disrespectful, and it has no regard.
Glass, I would have threw a napkin at his head.
Oh, I wouldn't have let him sit up. I would have been like, "Sir, sit down," like because I already know because my spidey senses are like on point. Because has Mark ever stood up and did a propose or said a toast at any other time? Then you already know what's up. Like I need your intuition to get a little bit better.
And then probably would have gave Mark that double talk. So like whenever it started. And you know, usually at a birthday, you make your rounds. And hey, how you doing? Hey,
you better not.
Right. I would let them know.
If you get up, I'm up.
This what's gonna happen if you do it.
Right.
And so you reiterate that, but
and then
that's just disrespectful.
And honestly. Then I also want to know, like, Mark is your friend. Is Sarah also your friend?
Yeah, it gotta be mutual.
And is this Sarah's friend group or is this just your friend group?
Yeah,
because now you're saying this is the perfect moment, but like Sarah's family's not there. Your family's not there.
And I would think, Mark's family wouldn't be there either.
Right. So like, how perfect is this moment?
Yeah, Mark is crazy.
I don't think you're the jerk, and that's the same thing I say. And let me just go on a rant real quick about people proposing at birthdays. You have 364 other days you can choose from.
Right.
You don't have to choose the one day that I really can't choose is mine. Also, too, people proposing at weddings. I don't agree with that. Find you another day to do it. Now, when we got married, I said there was one couple. Remember this? I said there was one couple that if they came to us first and said like, "Hey, I want to propose," I was like, "Yeah." But anybody else, no.
I think because they have been struggling. I don't know.
Who do you think I'm talking about?
I don't know.
And maybe this is like the selfish part of me, but I agree. Like, this is my moment. This is especially for people who don't get celebrated often, like the one time that they want to get celebrated. And I'm just going to go back to the wedding. All the time and effort and money that we put into planning a wedding. And I'm pretty sure she had time and effort and money that she put into planning her birthday. Mark didn't say, "Oh, let me help you plan this because, this is something I want to do." Mark had even said like, "Hey, after we have this dinner at the restaurant, let's go to another spot. Like, would you be okay with that?" And then, kind of worked it out. I mean, if it really was like, I want all these certain people to be around when I propose, I'm pretty sure she would have been a little receptive if you would have said like, "Hey, well, after we do this, is it okay if we go to like the park or whatever, and I'll have this set up and I'll propose to her there." I'm like, we can compromise on some of that.
I think most people that do the joint stuff though, they don't think about what you just said.
Yeah.
So I don't think about like I'm splitting this day with somebody else,
right?
Or I'm splitting this attention with somebody else,
right?
Or we're really not having. Because even if you do it at somebody's wedding, like you're getting that 2-3 minutes, and then everybody going back to the wedding,
right?
If you do it at somebody's party, like 2-3 minutes, then everybody going back to that, and
right?
So I agree with you on that, and I just think you're cut from different cloths because I just don't think personally from being in that situation, I don't think people appreciate it as much whenever you're in those positions.
Some of the comments: send him the bill for the party since he hijacked it.
Exactly.
Agreed. Yep. OP should have just left as soon as he made that proposal, and everyone clapped. She should have got up and left them all with the bill. I don't know. Getting up and leaving sounds a little immature. You can have a conversation.
It depends on who brought you though.
Yeah. You can sue in small claims court, and I agree. Get every single dime. In other words, have him hijack the bill since he hijacked the party.
I would have got the last laugh.
And one last comment: make sure you make some announcement at their wedding or engagement party. No, we ain't got to fight fire with fire. Just
sometimes you do. I don't care if you ain't pregnant.
The mature part of it.
Pregnant. I was like, oh my god, y'all,
pregnant.
I'm pregnant.
Oh, you said
something off the blue. Even if it's fake, I'm getting that back in real time. If you go low, I go to the flow. For real.
Would I be the butthole if I canceled my husband's birthday party?
For what?
Well, you're about to find out.
That's the first question. For what? It's got to be a valid reason.
His birthday was last month. His family is obsessed.
Okay, you already blew it.
It's already canceled.
You started off sideways a month ago, man. You might well go hit the road, dude. Lock him up. This ain't no private property.
She said it was last month, so you didn't even have the party. Like, girl, okay. We just gotta listen to the story.
Right,
okay,
we gotta see what's going on.
His birthday was last month. His family is obsessed with selling. Golly, his birthday was last month. His family is obsessed with celebrating birthdays, even though we're all 30 plus. That's fine, but you can understand how hard it is to get 10 plus family and friends together for every single birthday when everyone is working different schedules. When his birthday was approaching, I had heard nothing about plans, but knew his sister had bought him tons of gifts, so I stepped up and sent out an invite for something my husband wanted to do. A barbecue at the beach. Free, relaxing, and a chance to enjoy the beautiful weather. His sister responded disappointed that she and her family would actually prefer dinner at a restaurant because they want to be indoors in the AC.
I'm 100%. That on the beach, they do not sound fun. I just sweating. Talking about because it's free.
She said that's what her husband wanted to do.
You start off a month.
That's what her husband wanted to do.
My fault. That's what he wants to do.
Just listen to the story.
Okay. I'm already starting a month later.
My first thoughts were that if you are invited to an event that you can or don't want to attend for some reason, asking the host to cancel or change those plans entirely is quite rude. In an effort to stand our ground, we let them know we are going to go ahead with the barbecue, but if they wanted to plan a separate birthday dinner, they are welcome to. So sister-in-law chooses this upcoming weekend for a family feast-style dinner at a nearby restaurant. Mm-hmm. Neat. We adjust our schedules to accommodate. As the day approaches, husband reaches out to his sister to ask what the plans are. Turns out she has nothing planned, hasn't invited anyone else, hasn't made reservations, and hasn't looked at the menu to calculate the cost breakdown. The family meals at the restaurant came to $120 each, feeding great. 4 people.
Oh, no, okay.
That would feed sister-in-law's family alone. With the rest of us added, we would need at least 2 meals to feed everyone. When we talked all this over with sister-in-law, she realized that the cost splitting would still be over $30 per person. That's when she admitted that they just paid their bills and cannot afford it. No worries. Sorry it didn't work out. Mm-hmm. Nope. She's asking us to plan something else. Something that's less expensive because she's out of ideas. Can we have the party at your place? Why? So I get to buy all the food and stress about prepping the apartment to host on short notice.
Right.
Wish we could, but our house is a mess while we're reorganizing. She is currently waiting for us to think of something else. Considering one, we already hosted a birthday party that she didn't want to go to. Two, her poor planning would have ended us footing a 200 plus bill. And three, the series of inconsiderate requests my husband and I are ready to cancel, knowing this would break her heart. Would I be the butthole?
Oh no, I'm thinking you talking about you canceling just because. No, I mean anything outside of your home that other people trying to do really don't have nothing to do with you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just the way I live life. Like at this point, like it don't matter. Like because she ain't gonna do that anyway. So I mean, you straight.
Yeah,
y'all straight. Yeah. Actually, you so straight. Go to the Sizzler, blow 20 on both of y'all, have a good time, and you can get you a dessert. Under what she talking about.
Yeah, I definitely don't think she's the butthole, and I agree. Like, it's rude for sister-in-law to say, like, no, that's not good. We want to plan something else, and then turn around and like, we canceled what we planned to do to accommodate you, and now you don't even want to do it, and so now my husband's not being celebrated, and this is turning into a headache when I already had everything planned, and you could have either joined or not joined in that. Honestly, I wouldn't have canceled anything. If me and you talked about it and you said, oh no, this is what I want to do for my birthday, then we're sticking to the plan and not accommodating anyone else. Come if you can come, and if you can't, then I'm sorry you missed it. We can do something else.
That ain't nothing but
I want control.
It ain't control.
What is it?
I ain't got no money.
But this was free.
She don't have no money.
Going to the beach would have been free.
Ain't got no money.
Going to the beach.
You ain't got no money, but you got problems.
Going to the beach would have been free. She would have got her hot dogs, her hamburgers. Her kids would have got a hot dog hamburger, and you would have been on the beach having a free, and he would have been happy.
And her brother was trying to consider that,
right?
And so that's why I'm thinking out loud. I don't think she complaining because it's hot.
But bring a fan.
But she also ain't bringing
nothing else
to the table.
Bring a fan. That's the least you could do. You finna eat the hamburgers and hot dogs. Right. You're eating my free food. I've already arranged everything. All you have to do to show up. If you're concerned about being hot, just bring a fan or don't come.
She want that man to have a McDonald's party.
Yeah, she wanted.
She's
blowing on
per head.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. And what do you think? Where are you gonna eat that's cheaper than $30 per person? I mean, I think that's fairly reasonable at a restaurant. $30 per person. Yeah, with gratuity,
that's normal.
Like where less than that?
That's like
you want to go to Applebee's and everybody get a 2 for $25. Come on, sister-in-law.
Yeah, but other people I talk about, they're like, they all got the problem, no solution.
No solution, right?
And we just gonna be running in circles because we're trying to cater to them, and it don't matter what solution you come up with because it ain't ever gonna work. So
right? Yeah, girl, wife, you should have kept your plans. And just let sister-in-law figure it out. And then when she realized that she couldn't do anything else, I bet you she would have showed up to the beach. Anyways, here's some comments.
Flip-flops on. And them toes is out.
I can't stand flip-flops.
And them toes is out.
All right. So here's a comment. Not the butthole, but you don't need to cancel anything because nothing is actually planned. Just let the idea fizzle out. Another comment, seems strange she wants a party for her brother when he already had one. Right. Seems more about her than him. Tell her maybe next year and don't stress about it. She chose not to come to the beach party. Not your problem. I agree wholeheartedly. One last comment, not the butthole, although you have nothing to cancel. Don't plan anything, no dates, no events. If sister-in-law brings it up, respond. We recently hosted an event and we have no plans or reason to host another one anytime soon.
Right.
If she pushes because she missed his birthday party, respond. We are fine that you missed his birthday celebration that we held last month. You don't have to do anything more. You already marked it with your generous gifts. If your husband wants, he can suggest the two of them grab lunch sometime. I think that's perfect. And honestly, I'm not getting in between you and your sister anyway. I'm going to just tell you what it is and what it ain't. And I'm going to say, Justin,
and keep moving.
You and her can talk about it, and you can explain to her better than I can. I'm not getting in the middle of that.
That's the only thing I would do.
That's just how I am.
That's the only thing I would do.
Yeah. Hey, I already got this plan, and your sister trying to say this, that, and the other. But, I don't think you're the butthole at all. Go celebrate your man. It's all about your husband anyway. And y'all, whatever y'all want to do it.
Right.
Because the Millers, one thing we're going to do is make a plan. And if you want to come, you can come. And if you don't, we'll whoop-de-doo. This video was a little bit shorter than normal, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please drop down in the comments and let us know what you guys think. If there's anybody with a September birthday, please drop down your birthdays below as well. And I hope you guys have a great birthday and a great night. Give us a big thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and I don't know, I'm really happy, y'all. Birthdays are great, and I'm just rambling because I'm in a good spirit. But I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.